All right, guys, so here is part two. Part two, you should have drawn poses 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you hit enter, this is what they should look like, just kind of walking across your page. And then when it gets to 5, it should jump back to the beginning and just keep cycling through. Now, if you wanted to take a quick peek at what I had drawn, this is my pose 1, my pose 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you need to look at any of those, you can pause it at that point and double check your drawing. The next thing we need to worry about, though, is 6, 7, and 8. In 6, 7, and 8, we are going to use the same little humanoid shape at 2, 3, and 4 to make those. But you've actually already sort of done this and didn't probably realize it. Look at your dude at pose 1. Now look at your dude at pose 5. And even just look at these sketches here. Are they not the exact same shape? Just the leg colors are flip-flopped? So what we've done is we have created half of our loop here, half of our cycle. And whether you pick just one arm or one leg, if you watch it, that leg, if I'm doing this one white one right here, my heel hits the ground, my foot is flat on the ground, I'm directly underneath my body, I'm rotating back and pushing off with my toe, I'm about all the way pushed off with my toe. But if I were to jump back, all of a sudden now my leg's sticking straight out front of me. I have a whole long way to go before I get back there. But if I come back and look at my black leg, ooh, on my toe, pushing off my toe, cycling through the air, reaching forward, these three poses contain the other half of my animation. So just like 1 and 5 here, where you drew it and you just flip-flopped arm color and flip-flop leg color, you're going to do the same thing for 6, 7, and 8. We're going to draw this little person, but I'm going to do my arms and my legs the opposite way they are. So here's pose 6. I'm starting at frame 26 with an F6, frame 30 with an F5. And I'm going to draw this backwards for you, and then if you need to, if you're a little confused, you can pause it and look at mine. So there's my head, nothing weird about that. This white arm now needs to become my black arm. So if I come out here and I'm drawing my arm, my shoulder needs to cut it off, just like my chest plate did right here. So I'm going to come down across there. And then this arm is now my white arm. So I'm going to draw out here, come back, and I'm going to create that armpit shape. I can keep going down my belly. Now my legs are switched. So this is now my white leg. Get that little leg shape coming in there. My crotch right there is going to cut off my color to create my black leg, my left-hand side of my body. And I can just fill them in. And I can fill it full of green. And if I look at pose 2 versus pose 6, hopefully you can see the change. This is pose 2. Leave a little note on there for you. P2. This is pose 6. What you copied, what you flip-flopped. So pause this and look at it so you can get it drawn correctly. And then we're going to come on over here and I will have 7 and 8 ready for you. New layer, pose 7. Starts at frame 31 with an F6, frame 35 with an F5. Draw my guy. Now this is probably the most confusing one for people, so I'm just going to start with this arm. My right arm was straight down. This little hand right here is where it needs to go to though. So I'm going to draw my arm down and then I'm going to bend it at the elbow to come out here. Shoulders. My white leg is now my bent leg. It comes straight across there. And then my black leg is now my leg standing straight up and down on the ground. And when I color this, I'm not even going to worry about doing my left arm, aka my black arm, because it's on the other side of my body, it's straight up and down, you can't even tell that it's there. So I am not worried about that. So this is pose 7, and this was pose 3. So this is what you already have. This is what you're going to change it to. So my arms and my legs are just flip-flopping. So pause this and use this to help you draw. My last pose is going to be pose 8. F6 at 36, F5 at 40. I am almost done. Draw my dude. This is now my right shoulder. So that hand has to come across the leg, not behind it. Here's my armpit. Whoop. This is now my black arm. This is now my white leg. And this is now my black leg down here. Not my most beautiful drawing, but it'll do for today. And I'll fill, oh, got a little line right here I need. So this is pose 8. This is what you have for pose 4. Pose 8, pose 4. 8, 4, 8. So pause this and use this to help you draw this last guy here. So now I'm done with all 8. If I watch it, he should walk across my stage. If I unhide my layer, there we go. Let's try this again. You should walk across my stage and then jump back and do those last middle poses there. If you haven't saved, do a little save, and we are almost done. If it gives you any sort of a pop-up when you save, though, that means you are still in the R drive and you need to save it in your stuff or in the desktop, so make sure it's going to the right place.